Broadcasting live from the Meridix via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Bellevue. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And welcome to Phase 2 of the 2022-2023 GNASH regular season. It's time for the round robin, where 4 teams will play to determine which tier they will play in for the rest of the regular season and which postseason tournament they will qualify for. Father Ryan against Centennial up first, followed by the Rutherford Rampage taking on Independence. Something GNASH has never done before. Never. And except for 2 teams who are playing the last game in Phase 1 of the regular season tonight, everybody else is idle for this period of the season until 2 weeks from tonight when we kick off Phase 3 and begin the home stretch run to the end of the regular season. We're on Rink 2 in Bellevue tonight. And let's do our usual pregame business, which is going over the scores from last week. Last Monday, Pope Prep CPA GCA beat Independence 3-2. USNBA Nashville Christian beat Hendersonville Beach 4-3. Rutherford Rampage beat the Tennessee Outlaws 6-3. Ravenwood beat Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon 4-2. Nolensville Innsworth Lipscomb beat Father Ryan 3-2. Summit Page beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 12-5. Montgomery Bell beat Brentwood 5-2. On Wednesday, MBA beat Mount Juliet 2-0. USNBA Nashville Christian beat Nolensville 5-4. Rutherford Rampage beat Hendersonville Beach 6-3 to grab the last spot in the Phase 2 round robin. And Father Ryan beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 5-0. So here are the standings coming into tonight. Tier 1, you have 2 teams with 1 game left. MBA leading Tier 1 at 6-0. Brentwood in second at 5-1-1. Ravenwood in third at 5-1. Pope Prep CPA GCA 4-2-1. Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon 2-4-1. Franklin BGA 1-4-2. Independence 1-6. Centennial 6-1. Tier 2, everybody done there. Father Ryan finishing first at 6-1. Rutherford Rampage finishing second at 5-1-1. USNBA Nashville Christian 5-2. Nolensville Innsworth Lipscomb and Summit Page both finishing 3-3-1, but Nolensville beat Innsworth. So that's why Nolensville beat Summit. That's why they're placed ahead of them. And Hendersonville Beach and the Outlaws both finished 2-5, but Hendersonville beat the Outlaws, so that's why they're placed ahead of them. Station Camp Liberty Creek finishing at 6-1. The schedule for tonight, there are 3 games, not 2. Here on Rink 2 in Bellevue, coming up in a few minutes, Father Ryan taking on Centennial in the round-robin opener. And then at 6:45, it's Rutherford taking on Independence. 7:40 on Rink A at Centennial, the last game in Phase 1 of the regular season. Montgomery Bell taking on Ravenwood, and no, that was not delayed or postponed tonight or anything. That's been on the schedule since the schedule was released in late July, as we have an official come out onto the ice and wave both Father Ryan and Centennial on so that we can kick off the 3-minute warm-up. So, yeah, just 1 game left in Phase 1 tonight between MBA and MBA and Ravenwood, which is big because if MBA win, then they will finish Phase 1 7-0, and those 14 points would all be counted towards the GNASH Cup. They're 14 points from Phase 1 plus any they pick up in Phase 2 or Phase 3. So they would be leading the GNASH Cup race at 7-0 after Phase 1. So a big game, and a big game for Ravenwood to try and beat MBA and get themselves back in the GNASH Cup fight. Anyway, let's talk about the 2 teams playing this first game of the round robin. Father Ryan taking on Centennial. First up, Father Ryan, coached by Stephen Henry, finished the Phase 1 schedule with 6 wins and a loss. Let's just go over their Phase 1 results. October 12th, they beat Hendersonville Beach 5-1. October 17th, they beat Summit Page by the same score, 5-1. October 19th, they beat the Rutherford Rampage 5-2. October 26th, they beat USNBA Nashville Christian 4-1. October 31st, they beat the Outlaws 11-5. Then last Monday, their first loss of the season, a 3-2 defeat against Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb, and then they finished Phase 1 Wednesday with a 5-0 win over Station Camp Liberty Creek. Here are their player stats coming into tonight. Austin Hester was the team's leading scorer in Phase 1 of the regular season. 15 points from 7 goals and 8 assists. Colton Edwards, 12 points from 8 goals and 4 assists. Ethan Webb and JT Schmidt each had 10 points from 4 goals and 6 assists. Joey Mugnano, 7 points from 4 goals and 3 assists. Parker Causey, 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Colin Sullivan, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Jacob Boren, 5 points from assist. Harper Howard, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Alton Worth and Carter Middleton each with 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Katie Cummings, 2 points from assist. Merrick McCullers, a point from a goal. Ryan Whalen and John Sutter each had a point from an assist. On the goalie play, Mason Chandler played in 4 games. His record 4-0. He played 164 and 3/4 minutes. Goals against average of 2.04. 1 shutout. He allowed 8 goals and 51 shots and turned away the other 43. His save percentage in the regular season, or in Phase 1, was .840. Luke Anderson played in 4 games. 3 of those were starts. His record 2-1. He played 129 and 1/4 minutes. Goals against average of 1.62. No shutouts. He allowed 5 goals on 63 shots and turned over the other 58. His save percentage in Phase 1 was .920. On to Centennial, coached by Connor McKenzie. Finished Phase 1 with 6 losses and a tie as we go over the results of those games. Started the season with a 3-3 tie against Franklin BGA on September 28th. Then a 3-2 loss to Brentwood on October 3rd. Then a 9-3 loss to Ravenwood on October 5th. An 8-3 loss to Mount Juliet Green 11 on October 17th. A 3-0 loss to Pope Prep CPA GCA on October 19th. A 4-2 loss to Independence on October 24th. That was the game that put him in this round robin. And a 7-1 loss to MBA on October 26th. Their player stats in Phase 1. Aiden Connect was the team's leading scorer with just 5 points from 4 goals and an assist. Brendan Mitchell had 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Jack Finn had 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Alex Izamini had 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Aiden Gardner, 2 points from goals. Dylan Bruton, Cooper Davis, and Calvin Zacharias each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Brady Diamond, 2 points from assist. Will Lassiter, a point from a goal. And Blake Connect and Owen Boyer each had a point from an assist. On the goalie play, Andrew Stratton played in 5 games. Centennial lost them all, so his record was 0-5. He played 210 minutes. Goals against average of 6 even. Allowed 30 goals on 165 shots and turned away the other 135. His save percentage in Phase 1 was .820. Alex Beck played in 2 games, one of which was a loss, and he played in the tie against Franklin. Actually, no, these goalie stats aren't correct. I just realized that. I just remember that. The goalie stats aren't correct because they did not take into account the fact that Alex Beck replaced Andrew Stratton late in the Ravenwood game when it turned into a rout. So Centennial's goalie stats for Phase 1 are incorrect. And the warm-up clock is run down to 0. But both teams are still on the ice, warming up. And where did that one official go? So we're missing the official who waved the 2 teams onto the ice. So we're held up because we don't have officials. Okay, well, this is the first time this year we've dealt with an officials delay. There was one game I did at Centennial where we started a game with one official and then one showed up like 3 minutes. The other one showed up like 3 minutes into the game. So we're waiting on the officials here, which is the most annoying thing in the world. So we are playing under regular season rules. If this game is tied after 3 periods, it's a tie. That specifically comes from Kevin Bond, the league commissioner. I asked him last week, and he said that's how we'll do things. So this is not being played under pool play playoff rules. It's being played under regular season rules. So Wednesday, we'll be at Centennial for night 2 of the round robin. Both games on Rink A will be on the air at 7:05 for a 7:10 face-off between Father Ryan and Indy. No, I believe Rutherford and Centennial are up first. Yeah, Rutherford and Centennial are up first, and then an 8:35 pregame for an 8:40 face-off between Father Ryan and Indy. Next Monday, the final night of the round robin, the 2 games are split. They're not on the same rink. The game between Centennial and Indy is on Rink A at Centennial at 7:40, and then the game between Father Ryan and Rutherford is on Rink B at 8 o'clock. However, if the round robin is decided after Wednesday night, I'm not doing anything next Monday because those 2 games would not matter. Although I have a feeling that one of those games next Monday is going to matter. As we're still waiting on the officials, an official waved these 2 teams onto the ice and now he's disappeared. So this game was supposed to have gotten started by now. The next game between Rutherford and Indy is supposed to get started at 6:45. So if we still had commercials, I'd be doing commercials by now, but I don't do commercials anymore because I'm not giving out free advertising anymore. I hope this doesn't get delayed to the point where we have to postpone the game. That's happened before. That has happened before, where we've had a GNASH game that got postponed so long. Oh, here, okay. There's an official. Where were you at? That's the guy that waved the two teams onto the ice. I don't know why we're holding up for just one guy. At this point, just start the game. And now that official leaving the ice again. He's kind of looking forward to a nice long break between these two games, but that's not going to happen now. As the first official comes back out onto the ice. Again, we're still waiting for the second official. You know, initially they had these games scheduled for 6:20 and 8 o'clock. But then this was when the teams were still TBD. But once the teams got confirmed, they switched the times to 5 o'clock for game one and 6:45 for the next game. So we are still waiting on the other official. And Father Ryan deciding to wrap up their warm-up and huddle around their net. So I guess we're going to start with just one official. We're not going to hold up anymore. As the one official is putting the nets into place. Both teams still, now they're at their benches having one last huddle. So Luke Anderson is going to start in goal for Father Ryan. And who's going to start in goal for Centennial? Is it going to be Stratton or is it going to be Beck? It's going to be Andrew Stratton. So this first period, Centennial will carry the puck towards me. Father Ryan will carry it away from me as we're finally ready. Oh, here comes the other official. Okay. So the second official has finally arrived. So that means we can do this game with two officials. Start it with two officials. As the game is underway, Centennial controlling the face-off inside their own zone. Owen Boyer trying to flip the puck around. And it's in deep. Alex Ezeminia passing it over to Boyer, trying to dig it out. Dylan Bruton on the far side. Had to go off his stick. It's out at center. And now it's brought into the Father Ryan zone. Jack Finn in the left circle, a backhander that went through the crease. Here's Austin Hester out at center now. Into the Centennial zone. Try to pass it over to JT Schmidt. Schmidt let the puck get away from him. And it's poked out to center by Azaminia. Alton Worth dumps it back into the Centennial zone deep. Puck carried out to center by the Cougars. And it's in the Father Ryan end. Dylan Bruton tried to send it towards the net, but Jacob Bourne with a sliding block. Bruton in the right circle, bottom of the right circle, trying to get it to the net. It's out towards the blue line, but sent back down deep by Cooper Davis as both teams are making changes. And Alton Worth is going to fire it up the near boards back into the Centennial zone, icing waved off. Katie Cummings keeping it alive on the right half wall, driving it back in deep. There's Blake Connect. Passing it around, but it's held in. And here's a backhander from Ethan Webb. I don't know if that was... Well, it came down towards the net and stopped and covered up by Andrew Stratton, but I'm not sure. It looked like that puck was going to go over the net. So they didn't put it up on the board. I wouldn't count it as a shot either. 12-13 left in the first, and that was the first stoppage of the game. Draw to the left of Stratton. Won by Father Ryan, but given away to the Cougars. Cross-ice pass intercepted and brought into the Father Ryan zone by Cooper Davis. Aiden Connect having the puck knocked off his stick. Here's Carter Middleton, right wing side of the Centennial zone, taking a shot that missed the net to the left of Stratton. Ryan Whalen trying to get the puck to the front of the net. It's intercepted, and Cooper Davis will clear. Ethan Webb going to end up icing the puck from his own blue line. Nope, they waved it off. Nick Kloss from his own end boards, sending it around to the near side. Will Lassiter trying to clear it out. Held in, though, and dropped back deep by Parker Causey. Centennial with a puck. They bring it out. Oh, it's knocked off the stick of Awen Douglas at center. Now Harper Howard Had it back in the Centennial zone for a moment. It was taken away and brought out by Aiden Gardner. Now Father Ryan get it back. Alton Worth dumping it back in the Centennial zone. Cougars trying to get it out. Merrick McCullers at center, backhanding it back into the Centennial zone. Nick Kloss trying to pass across to Will Lassiter. Got knocked down by a Father Ryan stick. Lassiter brought it into the Father Ryan zone. It's now at the inboards. Alton Worth whipping it around to the far side. And with it at center is Jack Finn. He drops it back into his own zone. Centennial start trying to work it out so they can make a rush. Dylan Bruton getting knocked off the puck at center, but Calvin Zacharias into the Father Ryan zone. Left wing side, a shot, score! Calvin Zacharias gets loose and fires the puck into the top corner of the left-hand side of the net from the bottom of the left circle, and Centennial take a 1-0 lead with 10:23 to go in the first. So the first shot on goal of the game goes in, and it's off a Centennial stick. Here's Dylan Bruton through center into the Father Ryan zone left wing side. Puck poked off his stick. It's in the left wing corner. Joey Mugnano gets knocked into the board. Zacharias getting knocked down, trying to come out in front of the net from behind. And a shot from the left wing side, and Owen Boyer was deflected past the net. Puck out at center, Alexis Aminia has it taken away by Katie Cummings, and then she coughs it up. Carter Middleton off the bench playing the puck, but it got away from him. Now it's back in the Father Ryan zone. Left wing corner. Puck behind the net, Harper Howard. Passing it around to the near side or far side. Colin Sullivan with it. Around the back of his own net. Now he's going to go the other way. Pass it around to his left, but it's going to be held in at the right point by Blake Connect. Across to Brady Diamond, who kind of shanked a shot, and then a shot from the left circle, and Aiden Connect missed the net. Actually, nope, they said it went off of Anderson. They put it up on the board as a shot on goal. Kind of glanced off his right shoulder. Carter Middleton going to carry the puck out now. Ahead to Jacob Boren, right wing side of the Centennial zone. He got some room, and a shot is turned away by Stratton at his left-hand post. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Cooper Davis fumbling it a bit. He gets pushed into the boards. It's still inside the Centennial zone. Austin Hester trying to dig it loose, but it's cleared out by Aiden Connect. Father Ryan controlling Ethan Webb for Hester. Hester at center. Back into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. He gets pushed down from behind. Puck coming up to the right point, and Ryan Whalen shoots it past the net. Puck on the left wing boards now. Passed in front, and a shot from Hester either missed or was turned away by Stratton. They're not putting it up on the board, so I guess it just missed to his left. And now here is Aiden Gardner shooting it on goal to the Father Ryan net from the Father Ryan blue line, turned away by Luke Anderson. Puck out at center again. JT Schmidt, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Trying to put the puck out in front. Austin Hester had it in the left circle, got away from him. Shot from Ryan Whalen is turned away by Stratton. Now here's Colton Edwards on the right wing side. Pushing it into open space, try to chase it down. Clearing attempt held in by Ryan Whalen, and a shot hit a body in front. Never got to Stratton. I think it was Dylan Bruton that hit. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Alton Worth firing it up the far boards. Colton Edwards tried to knock it down. Now Austin Hester. Hester to center. Into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Try to leave it for Katie Cummings. Puck on the end boards. Cummings watched it go past her behind the net. Puck dumped back into the Father Ryan zone. Picked up by Merrick McCullers. Now here's Colton Edwards back in the Centennial zone. Got double team, puck taken off him. Alex Izaminia down low. He's going to carry it through center. Into the Father Ryan zone, but puck taken off his stick by Merrick McCullers as soon as he crossed the blue line. Joey Mugnano with it now for the Fighting Irish. Passing ahead to Colin Sullivan. Sullivan makes his way into the Centennial zone, right wing side. Stops near the boards, drops it off. And then he gets it back, passes across McCullers, left wing side, a shot. I think that missed the net. McCullers again taking a shot that's knocked down. Hit a body near the net. Will Lassiter. Ahead to Jack Finn, who clears. And this will be an icing against Centennial, and that's the first play stoppage since the Calvin Zacharias goal that has put Centennial up 1-0. 5:47 to go in the first. Drawn to Andrew Stratton's left. Won by the Cougars, but held into the left point. Alton Worth, a shot. I think it hit a stick before it ever got to Stratton. I think it hit a stick right in front. And cleared out by the Cougars. Now Calvin Zacharias, left circle up. Jacob Bourne gets to him and takes the puck away this time. Zacharias looking for goal number 2. Now Zacharias with it again at center. Passes off Aiden Connect in the Father Ryan zone. His shot deflected by the stick of Alton Worth. It was a quick shot, and Worth was standing right there. Now a shot from the right point, misses the net to the right of Anderson. That shot coming from Brady Diamond. Alton Worth trying to clear, and it goes past Diamond, and this will be an icing against the Irish. 4:57 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw is going to be to the left of Anderson. And here's Colton Edwards, left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot stopped and covered up by Andrew Stratton at his right-hand post. Father Ryan have had a few good chances, but not many. And then again, not Centennial haven't either. Their best chance winning the back of the net. Draw was to the right of Stratton. Held in at the left point. Ethan Webb taking a shot. Missed the net to the right of Stratton. Austin Hester out on the right wing side now. Moving towards the middle and tried to drop it over to the left point and Webb, but Webb watches it go out to center, catches back up to it. Passes across. Ryan Whalen back in the Centennial zone, right wing side. Goes below the goal line, comes out in front, and a shot from Hester hit a stick and lands back in play. It went over the net. Puck put out in front again. Here's Hester taking a shot off the right leg pad of Stratton. Puck cleared out by the Cougars. And now here, up offside. Brendan Mitchell had the puck, but either Aiden Gardner or Cooper Davis was still over the blue line when he brought it in. 4:01 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw is going to be on the dot across from the Father Ryan bench at center. Draw one by the Irish. Jacob Boren. Passes ahead, Joey Mugnano. Now Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Centennial zone, trying to center it. Katie Cummings goes to the front of the net. Puck's behind the net. She's calling for it. Comes out in front for her, but it hops over the stick. Puck was at center. Merrick McCullers dumps it back into the Centennial zone. Alex Izaminia. Pass across off the stick of Brendan Mitchell. Will Laster, who carries it back into the Father Ryan zone. It's in the left wing corner. Takes a light hit from Merrick McCullers. Now the puck behind the net. McCullers kicks it away from Lassiter. Joey Mugnano passing up the near boards, hit Katie Cummings, and Katie Cummings battling with Aiden Connect. Connect sweeping the puck back down towards the left wing corner. Connect continuing to battle. Now he's moving along the boards. Pass out in front, intercepted by Colin Sullivan. And Sullivan carries to center. Back into the Centennial zone, left wing side. Father Ryan making some changes. Puck pass across. Harper Howard, right circle. Moving in, a shot turned away by Stratton. And where's the puck? It's in the crease, and Stratton is laying on it. 2:40 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draws to Stratton's left. Draw one by the Irish. Ethan Webb shot in the right point. Right to Stratton, who hangs on for the whistle. So they'll drop to his left again. Draw one by Centennial. Puck trickling through center. Back into the Father Ryan zone. Catching up to it, Ethan Webb. He backhands it across to Alton Worth. Worth goes across to Carter Middleton. Puck in the Centennial zone, but poked away from Middleton. Calvin Zacharias ahead to Jack Finn in the Father Ryan zone. Puck poked away from him by Alton Worth, who then whips it around the boards to the far side. Held in. Dylan Bruton tried a centering pass. Went across the front of the net. Alton Worth clearing it up the near boards. Blake Connect. Passing ahead to Jack Finn, who had it go. Pass attempt went off of Father Ryan's stick. The stick of Parker Causey, I think. Now Harper Howard carrying it around the back of the Centennial net. Comes up to the left point, and Ethan Webb has to kick it out to center. Control and dump it back in the Centennial zone. Puck at center again. Calvin Zacharias has it knocked away by Webb. Harper Howard flicking it back up the near boards, back into the Centennial zone. Cougars with it behind the net. Still in Bruton, I think, passing to his left. And the puck was taken away. Austin Hester getting off a shot, gloved and held on to by Stratton. That shot coming from the right circle. 82 seconds left in the first, still 1-0. Centennial. Draw is going to be to the left of Stratton once more. Ends up behind the Centennial net. Held in at the left point. Jacob Boren sending it down the wall. Sent towards the front of the net. Austin Hester gets it back. He's in the slot, but lost the puck trying to maneuver. It's cleared. Ryan Whalen sends it back in from center. Final minute of the first. Centennial with the puck. It's back in the Father Ryan end. Tracked down by Austin Hester. Passes it around to the right side. Ryan Whalen flicking it up the boards, but not hard enough. Held in Aiden Gardner. And then gives it back to Whalen, who passes ahead to Colton Edwards. And ahead to JT Schmidt. Inside the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Schmidt to the front of the net. A shot. Stopped by Stratton. He's got it covered. Father Ryan's best line starting to get more and more chances here late in the first. 33.6 seconds left in the opening frame, and it's still 1-0 Centennial. Draw is to the left of Stratton. One by Father Ryan. There's a one-timer that misses the net to the right of Stratton. That shot coming from, I'm not sure who that is wearing number 20 for the Irish. Under 30 seconds left in the period. In fact, we are down to the last 10. Puck in the Father Ryan zone, number 20. Tried to clear it out. It was held in at the left point by Cooper Davis. Sent down deep. Now Alton Worth with it. Pass ahead went off the stick of Alex Azaminian out to center, and time runs out on the first. Calvin Zacharias scoring just past the 3.5-minute mark of the opening period, putting Centennial up 1-0 at the end of one in the opening game of the tier switch round robin. Father Ryan, though, picked up the chances towards the end of the first period. Their shots on goal. Well, they lead in shots on goal 8-4. And their D's been doing a pretty good job of not letting any Centennial pucks towards the net. Andrew Stratton still in goal for Centennial. Luke Anderson still in goal for Father Ryan for the second period. Father Ryan will carry the puck towards me. Centennial will carry it away from me. Second period is underway. Austin Hester controlling the puck for the Irish. Brings it into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Puck knocked off his stick. Passed around to the near side. Nick Kloss tried to clear, but getting in front of that clearing attempt was J.T. Schmidt. Now it's cleared out by Dylan Bruton, but Ryan Whalen intercepts and dumps it back in. Offside warning against the Irish. They heed that. Blake Butcher. Pass into his own zone was intercepted. Or pass into the Father Ryan zone was intercepted. Nick Kloss at center now. Back into the Irish zone, right wing side, a shot. Did that go off of Anderson? Yes, it did. So he makes the save. First save he's had to make in a while. Puck brought back into the Centennial zone. It's at the end boards. And we're going to have a penalty against the Cougars. Nope, it's going to be against the Irish. We're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to be against Father Ryan. Ethan Webb chasing the puck back into his own zone to touch up and get the whistle. And it's going to be Austin Hester going off for roughing. So Centennial getting the first power play of the game, up 1-0 with 12:54 to go in the second. Draw is going to be to the right of Luke Anderson. Draw one by the Cougars. Alex Azaminia left point. Passing it down. Now back up top, Azaminia. Azaminia shot. Went off of Father Ryan's stick. Came towards the net, and that allows Alton Worth to fire it to the other end of the rink. Katie Cummings broke her stick and had to go back to the bench to get a sub. Owen Boyer, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Sent it to the front of the net. It's intercepted and cleared, as the official picks up Katie Cummings' broken stick and returns it to the Father Ryan bench. Azaminia behind his own net, drops the puck back. No look, backhand pass between the legs, and Aiden Connect is going to end up icing it. 77 seconds left in the power play, 12:10 to go in the second, still 1-0. Centennial. As the Rutherford and Indy players are starting to arrive. Draw to the left of Stratton, sent past the net.
24?
No, number 20.
I think it's Jaskowski.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michael Jaskowski.
Thanks, Katie. Under a minute left in the power play for Centennial. Puck in the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Put out in front. Oh, Cooper Davis couldn't handle it. And then he shoots it past the net. Puck comes to the right-hand side of the net. Anderson went to cover, but his teammates were able to get it away and clear. Puck back in the Centennial zone. J.T. Schmidt tried to backhand it out in front, but he backhanded it off the bottom bar on the back of the net. Under 30 seconds left in the man advantage for the Cougars. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Sent around the boards to the near side by Dylan Bruton. Pass across. Brady Diamond shot missed the net. Calvin Zacharias, who is the only goal of the game, passing it down deep from the right point. Penalty time against Father Ryan is up. They're back at even strength. And they get the puck out to center. Calvin Zacharias backing up towards his own zone now. Passes over to Brady Diamond, who slaps it back into the Father Ryan zone, or a half slap. Centennial also making some changes. As a pass ahead went off some Father Ryan skates past the red line back deep into the Centennial zone, so icing waved off. Will Lassiter passing up the far side. Held in at the right point. Colin Sullivan. Pass across. Katie Cummings left circle, a shot. Kicked away by Stratton. I think that would have missed the net, though. It looked like it was going to miss the net. Maybe glance off the bottom bar on the right-hand side. But Stratton kicking out the pad just to be safe. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone deep. Ethan Webb sending it around to the near side. Now he's going to send it around to the far side from the right wing corner. And icing waved off as Owen Boyer catches up to it deep inside the Centennial zone. He's behind his own net. Moves out to his left, passes ahead through to Aiden Gardner, but it went through Gardner's skates, allowing the Irish to send the puck back the other way. Here's Carter Middleton in the slot, a shot, gloved and held onto by Stratton. 9:28 left in the second, still 1-0 Centennial, who are trying to get their first win of the season. Again, the Cougars went 0-6-1 in phase one of the regular season. Draw is going to be to Stratton's left. Father Ryan, meanwhile, won 6 games out of their 7 in their phase one schedule, losing only to Nolensville. Draw one by the Irish. Oh, and a great chance at the right-hand side or left-hand side of that for J.T. Schmidt. Now he passes up the slot. A shot turned away by Stratton. That shot coming from Hester. But the puck was sent to the left-hand side of the net, and if Schmidt had controlled the puck, he might have put it in. But it went off his stick and got away from him. As it's back deep in the Father Ryan zone. Puck in the left wing corner. Passed out up top. And a shot was blocked before it ever got to the net. And a shot from Blake Connectus turned away by Anderson. And now a shot from the left circle. And Brendan Mitchell, gloved and held onto by Anderson. As Centennial have their first good flurry of shots in a while. 8:34 to go in the second, and the Cougars still up 1-0. Draw is to the right of Anderson. Won by Father Ryan. They're going to carry it out. Puck in the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Picked up by Colin Sullivan. Tried to backhand it out in front. Went off the skates of Jack Finn. Puck held in at the left. No, it got past Ryan Whalen. Joey Mugnano. He backed up too far. Katie Cummings dumps it back in from center. To the right wing corner. Blake Connect. Being squeezed against the inboards by Joey Mugnano. Katie Cummings joins in that battle. Here's Brady Diamond. Pass across. Why did Jack Finn duck? Jack Finn saw that line drive pass coming his way and ducked. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Awen Douglas has it knocked away from her. And now here's Joey Mugnano back in the Centennial zone. His shot misses the net to the left of Stratton. Puck picked up in front of the net by Brady Diamond. He'll carry it out. Puck dumped back deep in the Father Ryan zone. Here's Jacob Boren behind his own net. Passing to his right, Ethan Webb. Across to Parker Causey at center. Causey poking it into the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Dylan Bruton gets in front of him. Now Aiden Gardner with a puck for the Cougars. He carries it out to center. And I thought he was going to shoot it into his own bench. He does get it dumped into the Father Ryan end, however. Puck comes around to the near side. Parker Causey. Ahead to Carter Middleton, but off his stick and gets away from him. That's back in the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Merrick McCullers, a shot blocked by the right thigh of Dylan Bruton. Now the puck put out in front, but it goes across the front of the net. Harper Howard passing it up the far side, but taken away and chased back into the Father Ryan zone by Aiden Gardner, but we're going to get a penalty against Centennial, it seems. But Gardner was knocked down after the whistle, and that may have been a power play for Father Ryan, but now it's not going to be. Cooper Davis to the box for Centennial. And Ethan Webb sent to the box for Father Ryan. So if he had not hit Gardner after the whistle, it'd be a power play for the Irish. Instead, it's a coincidentals and 5-on-5. Still 5-on-5, 6:40 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw is to the right of Luke Anderson. Puck trickling ahead and flicked ahead by JT Schmidt. It's in the Centennial zone. And Andrew Stratton comes out of his net, sends it up the slot. And Merrick McCullers got the puck at center and then stepped back into the zone with Colton Edwards and JT Schmidt still inside it. So offside call against the Irish. Drawing the dot across from the Father Ryan bench at center. Aiden connects with it for Centennial. He's going to dump it into the Irish zone. Oh, but then he leaves it behind him at the inboards. Ryan Whalen sending it around to the far side off the stick of Calvin Zacharias, who again has the only goal of the game. Puck put out in front for Aiden Connect, but it got away from him. And now here's Colton Edwards. Trying to pass it to JT Schmidt, but it misses Schmidt. Stratton with it in the Centennial zone, trying to pass it up the far side, but held in by Austin Hester. Hester around the back of the net. Gets knocked into the boards as he comes around to the left wing side. Nick Kloss with it now for the Cougars. Steps out to center. Tried to pass over to Calvin Zacharias, who fell inside the Father Ryan zone, still controlling the puck and gets whistled for offside. 5:46 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Cougar bench. Draw one by the Irish. Ryan Whalen dumps it into the Centennial zone. Comes around on the near side. Colin Sullivan behind the net. Passes off Katie Cummings. She's below the goal line on the left wing side. Passing up top to the left point. Alton Work tried to pass it back down, but he gives it right to Alex Azaminia, who's going to carry it out. Azaminia tried to go across to Will Lassiter. Lassiter, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck poked away. Now Lassiter with it again, left wing corner. Moving along the inboards as it knocked off his stick by Ryan Whalen, and it's cleared. And it's coming towards the Centennial net. No, it's just going to slide past the left-hand side of it for an icing. 5:03 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw is to the right of Anderson. Going to be won by the Irish. Colin Sullivan backhands it up the near side boards. Now he has control left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot off the stick of Owen Boyer and past the net. Jack Finn tries to clear. Intercepted Joey Mugnano trying to find space. Drops it out for Merrick McCullers. This shot hits Alex Azaminia and goes past the net. Katie Cummings sending it back to the near side boards. Mugnano, a shot that hit Cummings in her right hand side. Alex Azaminia with it now for the Cougars. Trying to pass it up the near boards. And it's out at center. Katie Cummings called to the bench for a sub. Puck dumped back into the Centennial zone. There should be under a minute left in the coincidentals. Here's Owen Boyer. Passing up the far side. It's out at center. Jacob Boren gives it back to Will Lassiter only for a moment. Oh, but offside called against the Irish. Carter Middleton stepped over the Centennial blue line before Harper Howard did with the puck. .404 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Centennial. Draw on the dot across from the Irish bench at center. Here's Parker Causey, left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot hit Brady Diamond's skates. Now behind the net, Causey puts it out in front. Oh, and Carter Middleton shoots it past the net to the right of Stratton. Here's Brendan Mitchell out at center. Puck knocked away from him. It's back in the Irish zone. Jacob Boren controlling. Passing across. Now ahead to Carter Middleton. Middleton at center. And a pass ahead attempt has hit Harper Howard twice. It's in the Centennial zone on the left wing side, but Brady Diamond takes it away from Jacob Boren. Carries it out, passes to his left. Brendan Mitchell in the Father Ryan zone. A shot hit a skate and went into the right wing corner. And the Irish bring it out again. Carter Middleton brings it back into the Centennial zone. A little hesitant with the puck. Now Harper Howard's going to drop it down deep in the left wing corner for Parker Causey, who was turning around and gets knocked down by Blake Connect. Now Father Ryan making a change. Their top guys are out there. Austin Hester passing the puck out to JT Schmidt, but it's going to be held into the blue line. Alton Ward's a shot. Stopped by Stratton. And a shot, score! Hester from the left circle puts the rebound into the back of the net, and the Irish have tied the game 1-1 with 2:44 to go in the second. The Irish make a line change, and it immediately pays off as they were able to keep the puck inside the Centennial zone throughout the change, and it's Hester cashing in on the rebound try. Draw one by the Irish, but given away to Centennial. Aiden Connect. Now Awen Douglas in the Father Ryan zone. Backhands it down to the left wing corner. I tried to put it out in front. Aiden Connect couldn't get his stick on it. The Irish bring it out. Here's Austin Hester. Right wing side of the Centennial zone. Pass across the front of the net. Held in on the left half wall by JT Schmidt. Schmidt backhands it down the boards, but given away to Dylan Bruton. And now here's Aiden Connect out at center. Into the Father Ryan zone right wing side. Puck taken away from him. Colton Edwards tried to pass across. That was blocked by Nick Claus. And now here's Hester, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Turns around, passes off Colton Edwards. Oh, it went past him. And Awen Douglas able to get it over to Nick Claus. Pass ahead to center, but knocked down by Ethan Webb. Here's Hester back in the Centennial zone on the left wing side. One to send it down deep. Gives it away to Aiden Connect, who sends it around the boards to the far side. Held in Colton Edwards moving down the right wing. Pass the slot, one-timer. Oh, great save, Stratton. Still got the right leg pad on Hester. Hester then whiffs on a shot attempt to the left circle. Pass to the slot, Edwards. And he has the puck taken away by Calvin Zacharias, but there's going to be a penalty against the Cougars. A cross-checking call. The Irish's top line putting pressure on Centennial again. But Stratton with a tremendous right leg pad save. It's Aiden Connect going to the box for cross-checking on the one-timer from Hester in the slot. 83 seconds left in the second. Father Ryan going on their first power play of the night. Game tied at 1. Draws to Stratton's left. Draw one by Centennial. Owen Boyer tried to clear, held into the right point. Ryan Whalen, but his pass attempt went off as Centennial sticking out. So Jacob Bourne controlling the puck at center in the neutral zone. And then Joey Mugnano gives it away to Will Lassiter, who ices it. Tracked down by Ryan Whalen. Fired around the boards to the far side. Held in Lassiter, but off his stick. Last minute of the second. Jacob Boren backhands it back into the Centennial zone. Owen Boyer. Pass ahead to Jack Finn. Off his skates and back into the Father Ryan zone it goes. Boren with it. Passing over to Ryan Whalen. Whalen back across to Boron. Boron ahead to Joey Mugnano. Mugnano into the Centennial zone. He's in the slot. A shot. Blocked by the shins of Owen Boyer. Puts the puck out in front, and it went off as sticking out. Under 30 seconds left in the period. Now a minute left in the power play for the Irish. Here's Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Stops, past the slot, deflected away from Katie Cummings by Owen Boyer. Puck now in the right wing corner. Jacob Boren puts it out in front. Oh, it hit the stick of Jack Finn. Held into the blue line. Colin Sullivan Over to Austin Hester, left circle, a shot. Stopped by Stratton, that's it for the second. Father Ryan's offensive pressure finally paid off in a goal for Austin Hester. And they and Centennial are tied at 1 at the end of 2. The Irish will have 37 seconds of power play time carrying over to the third. Well, we got started almost 20 minutes late because it took a while for the second official to show up. But we've completed 2 periods now, and we're 3 minutes shy of 6 o'clock. So we might have ourselves a nice long break between this game and the game between Rutherford and Indy that's coming up at 6:45. Shots on goal favor the Irish 17-8 after 2 periods. Luke Anderson still in goal for Father Ryan. Andrew Stratton still in goal for Centennial for this third and final period. Father Ryan, Centennial will carry the puck towards me. Father Ryan will carry it away from me again. 37 seconds of power play time carrying over to the third here for the Irish. 30 seconds left in the man advantage now. Colton Edwards was behind the Centennial net, passes out to JT Schmidt. Schmidt on the left wing side, passes across. Austin Hester puts it out in front for Edwards, but it misses Edwards. Here's Worth. Now Hester puts it out in front for Edwards, but off his stick. They tried to clear it. It's held into the blue line by JT Schmidt. Schmidt right circle, a shot, didn't get a lot of power on it. Puck ends up behind the net. Penalty time against Centennial is up. They're back at even strength. Alton Worth, a shot in the left point, stopped and held onto by Stratton. And that took the first 40 seconds of the third period off the clock. Draw going to be to Stratton's right. Won by the Irish, Colton Edwards. Passing it around to the near side. Cooper Davis intercepts, brings it out. Back in the Father Ryan zone, left wing side. Nick Klossett, we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Irish. A high sticking call. And it's Merrick McCullers is going to go to the box. So Centennial going to be on the power play. 13:05 to go in the game. Game tied at 1. Again, we're playing by regular season rules in this round robin. If it's still tied at the end of 3, then the game ends in a tie. Draw is to the left of Luke Anderson. Draw is won by Father Ryan. Ethan Webb tried to fire it up the far boards and out. It was knocked down by Calvin Zacharias. Now Webb gathers it back in and fires it to the other end of the rink. Andrew Stratton leaves it for Owen Boyer, who almost fell down behind his own net. Puck's going to be carried out to center by the Cougars. Up knocked off the stick of Brendan Mitchell. He drops it back for Calvin Zacharias, who hands it back to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to send it towards the Father Ryan net. Went off the stick of Katie Cummings. And Joey Mugnano is going to dump it back into the Centennial zone. He's in a foot race with Mitchell, who's going to win that. Pushes it out to the near boards. Zacharias now to Jack Finn, who passes over to Boyer. Owen Boyer, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone, leaves it for Finn. And his shot, I think, hit a stick and went past the net. I don't think it ever got to Anderson. Owen Boyer, left wing side. Pass went off the stick of Joey Mugnano and out to center. Minute left in the power play for the Cougars. Jack Finn. Pass went off some Father Ryan skates, but Calvin Zacharias picks it up, brings it into the Irish zone anyway. Puck gets away from him, goes deep. And Ethan Webb has it, and almost, I thought he was going to fire it into his own bench. It went off the glass right next to the bench, all the way down to the chance. Score! Oh! JT Schmidt! I thought it was going to go into the Irish pitch and hit off the glass, went all the way down the ice. JT Schmidt catches up to it, right circle, and fires it in the back of the net. It's a short-handed goal for the Irish, and they're up 2-1 with 11:43 to go and 39 seconds left in the power play. What a fortuitous bounce that was. You've got to be kidding me. I thought that puck was going to go into the Irish bench and hit off the glass right to the left of it. Went all the way down. JT Schmidt off the bench, all alone in the zone, manages to score. Under 30 seconds left of the power play as Austin Hester fires it down ice. Wow. So Father Ryan's top line comes up aces again. Hester with the first goal that tied the game. Now Schmidt with a shorty that gives them the lead. Penalty time against Father Ryan is up as offside is called against Centennial. The Irish back at even strength, 11:03 to go. They're up 2-1. Father Ryan win the draw. Got away from Jacob Boren enough for Cooper Davis to handle it for a second. Then Boren took it away and cleared it. Only 8 shots on goal for Centennial. They only had 4 at the end of 1. The Irish have been doing a good job clogging up lanes and everything. Puck out at center. Cooper Davis brings it into the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side. Gets off a shot that's stopped and covered up by Anderson at his right-hand post. Draw going to be to Anderson's right. Draw won by Father Ryan. Ethan Webb dumps it into the Centennial zone and gets his own pass off the left wing boards. Tried to backhand it out in front. Was knocked away and cleared. Ryan Whalen inside his own zone. Ahead to Carter Middleton. Now Harper Howard carries it out to center. Howard through the neutral zone. Moves into the Centennial zone. He's on the left wing side. Wanted to center it. But now, here comes Aiden Gardner back into the Father Ryan zone. Left circle, a shot turned away by Anderson. Ryan Whalen passing up the boards. Carter Middleton steps out to center. Ahead Harper Howard, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Oh, taken away from him by Blake Connect. Here's Blake Connect, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck taken away. Nope, he held on to it. Pass across, though. Adam Horner watched it go behind him in the right circle. Now it's carried back in from center. Jack Finn, his shot would have missed the net. Steered past the net by Luke Anderson anyway. Puck held into the blue line, Calvin Zacharias, but off his stick, and Katie Cummings with it now, ahead to Joey Mugnano. Knocked off his stick, back to Alton Worth, who fires it on goal from center. Stopped and held onto for the whistle by Andrew Stratton. 9:08 to go in the game, 2-1 Father Ryan. Draw going to be to the right of Stratton. Draw one by Bruton. Or by Centennial. Bruton getting it around on the near boards, and Calvin Zacharias, who again has Centennial's only goal of the game. Passes up ice to Jack Finn, gives it back to Zacharias, left wing side of the Irish zone, and he's immediately rushed and he lost the puck. Now Joey Mugnano on the far side at center, into the Centennial zone. Left wing side is shot off his stick and past the net. Mugnano now behind the net. Oh, they score! Mugnano must have backhanded it in front and went in off of something. Mugnano from behind the net, backhanded out in front, and I guess it hit off Jada Dylan Bruton or maybe went off of Stratton and in. Either way, it's 3-1 Irish with 8:35 to go. Folks, I got a feeling that Centennial Indy game next Monday night is going to matter. Big time. Puck out at center. Altonworth passing it up the far side, but Alex Izamino with it inside his own zone. Ahead to center, but Austin Hester with it now for the Irish. Drops it back in his own zone for Merrick McCullers. Ahead to JT Schmidt, who whacks it along. It's back in the Centennial zone. Alex Izamino with it. Comes around from behind his own net. Or comes out from behind his own net. Passes to his left, and Aiden Connect in the Father Ryan zone, but off the skates of Austin Hester, who's controlling. Hester flicking up the boards, held in at the left point. It just went over the blue line and is touched up offside by Brendan Mitchell. 7:42 to go, 3-1, Father Ryan lead. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Irish bench. Draw one by Centennial, and a shot from center to be turned away by Anderson. That shot coming from Brady Diamond. Now here's Ryan Whalen carrying the puck up the near side. Right wing side of the Centennial zone. Lost it. Will Lassiter clears. Nick Kloss try to get it back to Lassiter. It's in the Irish slot. Jacob Boren gets to it. He has it at center. Sends it back towards the Centennial zone. Sent back the other way. It's back in the Irish end. Ethan Webb's going to track it down inside his own zone. Pass ahead to Will Lassiter. And then Lassiter with a stick laying down. Ethan Webb fell over it, but the refs are going to declare that an accident and not penalize Lassiter, which is the smart thing. He was trying to keep his balance. Puck back at center. Lassiter gets it back in the Irish zone. Jacob Boron off the boards. Steps out to his left from behind his own net. Carries to center. Over to Parker Causey. Puck back in the Centennial zone. Blake connects, sending it around to the far side. Held in Harper Howard. Ethan Webb, left point. His shot off his stick and over the net. Puck out on the near side, Calvin Zacharias. Pass across, drifts out to center, picked up Jack Finn. Finn, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck taken off him by Ethan Webb as he was trying to go into the slot. Held in Brady Diamond from the blue line. He shoots it down low, or shoots it down deep. Now Ethan Webb. Passing over to the near side. Merrick McCullers ahead to Parker Causey, who had it up against his chest and drops it. Now Harper Howard carrying the puck through center into the Centennial zone. Moving to the net, a backhander just missed to the left of Stratton. Parker Causey now gives it away. Puck at center. Aiden connects, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Pass across. Cooper Davis is going to have to go catch up to it. On the right wing side, he's squeezed into the right wing corner boards by Merrick McCullers. Puck put out in front, but poked away by Parker Causey. Here is McCullers. Sending it around to the far side. We're going to have a penalty. McCullers took a hit in the left wing corner. And there's going to be a penalty against Cooper Davis. A 2 and a 10 for boarding against Davis. So 5 minutes left in the game. Father Ryan returning to the power play. Actually, I think this is their first power play of the game. They're up 3-1. Draw to the right of Stratton. One by the Irish, Katie Cummings. Ethan Webb of the blue line, his shot missed the net to the right of Stratton. Puck out at center. Here's Alton Worth. Sending it back into the Centennial zone, but icing. It was just behind the red line when he sent it back in. Draw going to be to Anderson's right. 16 seconds have gone off the clock on the power play. Irish win the draw. Ethan Webb. Now Colin Sullivan, right wing side, drops it back. Webb, a one-timer, blockered away by Stratton. Lands back inside the rink, so it's still in play. Now Alton Worth dumps it back into the Centennial zone from center. He was in front of the red line this time. Slapped up the ice and goes back deep into the Father Ryan zone. Alton Worth fires it to the far boards. It hits Aiden Gardner and goes out to center. And now there's Austin Hester in the Centennial zone. A shot knocked down by Stratton, and he's got it covered. Exactly a minute left on the Father Ryan power play. 3:59 to go in the game. The Irish up 3-1. And if you're Centennial, you got to feel that if the Irish score another, that's it. Draw going to be to Stratton's left. One by the Irish. Michael Jaskowski. Pass across Ryan Whalen, left wing side. A shot turned away by Stratton. Clearing attempt held in at the left point by Whalen. Pass down low to Schmidt. Across Jaskowski right point. Sent down low to Edwards, who lets it go past him to the end boards. Puck in the left wing corner. Try to put out in front for Hester. Hester banks it off the near boards, back down. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for the Irish now. Puck is behind the net. Carried out to the left wing side. It's Edwards. Edwards moving to the right wing side. A shot. Missed the net. Schmidt now has it taken away. Nick Kloss over to Brendan Mitchell. Left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Mitchell behind the net. Puck swatted off his stick by Michael Jaskowski. Penalty time against Centennial is up. They're back at even strength. Austin Hester carries the puck out to center. Colton Edwards, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Pass across. JT Schmidt, a shot. He whiffed on it in the left circle. Puck held in at the left point. Ryan Whalen, a shot. Stopped and held on to by Stratton at his right-hand post. 2:42 to go. Still 3-1. Father Ryan. Draw to the right of Stratton. Won by Centennial, but given away to the Irish inside the zone. Parker Causey drops it deep. Pass coming up the near boards. Calvin Zacharias. Now Jack Finn. Puck poked away from him. Zacharias. Oh, it's back in the Irish zone. Cleared out by Jacob Boron. Now Carter Middleton. Puck got away from him inside the Centennial zone. Here's Jack Finn. In the Father Ryan zone. Try to pass across to Will Lassiter. Lassiter on the right wing side. Try to send it towards the front of the net. Rolled up the stick of Ethan Webb, And we're going to have a penalty against Centennial. I think, or is it against Father Ryan? We got a high sticking call. Webb and Finn were tangled up. And it's going to be Finn going to the box. No, it's going to be Webb. It's going to be Webb. It's a penalty against the Irish. So Centennial to the power play, 2:03 to go. They're down 3-1. And are they, be a perfect time to use the timeout. I guess they're not going to. Draw's going to be to Luke Anderson's left. Andrew Stratton still in goal. We're going to start watching him. Father Ryan won the draw, but they give it away to the Cougars. Calvin Zacharias shot from the right point, turned away by Anderson. Puck put out in front. Katie Cummings knocks it away. Held in Zacharias at the blue line. Aiden Connect, right wing side to Kloss. Tried to drop it back to the right point. Zacharias with it. Across to Jack Finn. Off his stick. Stays inside the zone. Just. Pass down the wall to Alex Azaminia. Now Nick Kloss back up to the left point, and Finn. Net is empty for Centennial. So the Irish can fire it down the ice as much as they want as a one-timer from Zacharias goes over the net. Puck knocked away. And shot from the left circle, missed the net again. Zacharias on the right wing boards. Passing it around. Alton Worth getting it back over to the far boards, but Nick Kloss controlling. Mugnano trying to clear, held in by Zacharias. 1 minute left in the penalty. Zacharias right point, now a minute left in the game, and the puck taken away from Zacharias by Joey Mugnano, who's racing into the Centennial zone, and he backhands it into the empty net. For his second goal of the game, it's an empty, shorthanded empty netter, and it's 4-1 Father Ryan with 53.2 seconds to go. 51 seconds left in the power play. Andrew Stratton back in goal for Centennial. So the empty net gamble bites the Cougars, and they're going to lose this game unless they come back in a big way, but it's not likely. Shot in the right point, blocked. Jacob Boren flicks it ahead back into the Centennial zone. 30 seconds left in the penalty, and now 30 left in the game. Brendan Mitchell, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Put the bucket in front. Will Lassiter knocked it down, knocked away by Anderson, who's going to dive out and cover the rebound. Jacob Boren now pushing Aiden Gardner away from the net, which draws an extra whistle. If you had told me that the Cougars would have no wins on Tuesday, November 15th, at this point in the season, I would have thought you're crazy. Draws to Anderson's left. Won by the Irish and cleared down ice. Dylan Bruton's going to track it down. It's pushed off the puck. Austin Hester. The Irish want one more goal here, but Centennial have the puck. They bring it to center. Penalty against the Irish is up. Shot from Alex Zamini over the net. That's it. The Irish open the round robin with a 4-1 win over Centennial. A 3-goal third period to break a 1-1 tie. And there's some angry Centennial players. GNASH president John Williams is sitting in the stands. Nobody better do anything dumb here. So the Irish 1-0 to start the round robin. Centennial 0-1. As that's some players mingling after the buzzer and the officials. Jack Finn and Ryan Whalen with a hug, and they go their separate ways. So Father Ryan with a 3-goal third period win 4-1. Calvin Zacharias with the only goal of the game for Centennial. The Father Ryan goals, 2 for Joey Mugnano. JT Schmidt and Austin Hester had the other 2. So Luke Anderson made 15 saves on 16 shots. Andrew Stratton made 22 on 25. 26 shots up on the board for the Irish, but one of those was an empty netter. So now Centennial have to beat Rutherford on Wednesday night, or else they might be looking at dropping into Tier 2 for the rest of the season. So we've got just over 20 minutes until the next game between Rutherford and Independence. But wow, what a game to open up the round robin. As Father Ryan beat Centennial 4-1. See you Wednesday. So player of the game is going to be I'm going to give it to JT Schmidt for having the game winner. Because that was crazy. One of his own players fired the puck to the bench's side of the ice. I thought it was going to go into the Father Ryan bench. It glanced off the glass to the left of it, went all the way down. Schmidt came off the bench on a sub, flew down the ice, got to the puck bottom of the right circle, and fired it into the back of the net for the game winner. That took some hustle. So JT Schmidt is the player of the game with the game-winning goal as the Irish win 4-1. All right. We are going to take ourselves a bit of a break here, and we are going to come back at 6:40 to start coverage of Rutherford against Independence in the second game in night one of the round robin. Again, the final score here in game one of the round robin, Father Ryan 4, Centennial 1, pregame for Rutherford and Indy starting at 6:40.